Howdy hey, how is everybody doing, and welcome back to Disney Daily. In the newest movie released by Disney, Raya and the Last Dragon, we learn about the almighty and powerful Sisu the dragon. In the beginning of the film, young Raya recites to us why Sisu is such a prominent and significant part to Kumandra's history. According to legend, Sisu used her power to fuel the dragon gem, which not only drove out the Druun, but brought back the humans who had been turned to stone. But as we learn later on in the film, it was not Sisu who created the gem as legend had said. Rather, it was Sisu's siblings who all put their powers into the gem and trusted Sisu with the task to wield it. So this got me thinking, what made Sisu so special that her siblings would sacrifice themselves, leave their fate up to her, and consequently make her the last dragon? Well, I attempt to answer that in today's video. Now, some may think that this is an easy question with a straightforward answer, and at first, so did I. After all, it is explicitly stated in the movie. You see, as Sisu recalls in her own words, the reason her siblings chose her to wield the stone was because they trusted her. She also admits that it really could have been any one of them, but they picked and trusted her with the task of getting rid of the Druun. But to me, it had to be more than trust. I want you all to keep in mind that we only hear Sisu's perspective about why she thinks she was the chosen one. However, we never hear from her siblings, who were arguably more skilled, perhaps smarter, and even more experienced than her. There was a deeper reason for why the siblings felt Sisu was the best choice, and here's what I think that was. I believe it boils down to a combination of two things. First, I think her siblings wanted to give Sisu the opportunity to prove herself with the hopes that her confidence would grow. You see, throughout the movie we can infer from Sisu's comments that she doesn't think too highly of herself. She openly admits to Raya that she has been successful through riding the coattails of her siblings, and while she does brag about being a good swimmer, that's about all the praise she gives herself. So I think her siblings knew that if Sisu could see this task through, it would forever change the way she saw herself. Now, the second part to this theory is that her siblings saw that Sisu had the purest heart of them all, and that was ultimately what would destroy the Druun. Sisu embodied all that was good in the world, and the only way to drive out the evil was using the purest dragon of them all. I actually believe this second part is demonstrated continuously throughout the movie. Sisu is so trusting and believes everyone has good intentions, while Raya, on the other hand, is cautious and cynical. There are several examples of this throughout the film. The first happens when they embark to the land of Talon to retrieve the dragon gem piece from the chief there. Sisu believes that the best way to approach the situation is by offering the chief a gift, while Raya's approach is to take the gem and forcefully if necessary. Another example of their vastly different approaches is when they believe Namaari has joined them and brought the last dragon gem piece. It is Sisu who trusts Namaari and walks closer to her, risking her life as the weapon is pointed straight at her. However, Raya doesn't trust Namaari's intentions and ends up hurting Sisu as a result. The two throughout the film try to show why their way of approaching life is better than the other, but ultimately it is Sisu's pure heart and trusting nature that rubs off on Raya. Well, that concludes this episode of Disney Daily. I hope you enjoyed this theory. My question for you all is, which character is your favorite from Raya and the Last Dragon? As always, thanks for being my guest here at Disney Daily. Until next time.